a couple more of these, kind of like it's, you know. It would have been, I don't know, I've never built a Quonset. It's got to have ribs in it of some form. You know how I got these? Yeah, can you see? Hold still. Same thing. Yeah. Focusing. Never mind. You know how I got these? I took that plastic foam core, or that plastic cardboard shit, and then just cut a piece of it off. Works actually pretty good. You know, it fits right over top of the other, you know, the width of the foam core. So I did the top edge on these, and around the door, or like, you know, around the door, like. I think I'll just have little pieces of this. Less the UPC symbol. Yeah, okay, just had a couple of those stuck in there. Maybe a couple pieces of tin. One more. I do that a lot, don't I? I don't know why. Stay there. Put this together. Have your boards lined up before you go gluing shit in. Yeah, big enough to get something inside there. No. Actually, it'd be bent down with that. Hey, kitty. It's starting to warm up out there. Too hot? Oh, okay, I gotta go wash this stuff off. Okay. Not bad. Well, that took a long time to figure out how to do. Little remote-y thing. Hey, there's a switch on there that says commander. Well, if you don't have the commander on, this thing doesn't work regardless of what kind of batteries you put in it. So I've been swapping batteries here all morning trying to get this stupid remote to work. Anyways, I've tried to do vids here the last little while. I've done a bunch. I even spent a couple days editing them, but for some reason the sound is so off that they're unwatchable. So it's too bad. So I'm going to try to condense this next few into what I did before, which I can't seem to show. Anyways, I haven't deleted the tapes yet, so maybe I can put it together down the road, figure out what the hell's going on. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so do that again here. Is see how the
brackets on there and the little stove bolts. Okay, so that's a different rusting effect than what's on the side of the vehicle. Okay, I used the same thing on that kind of rusty tin can that I've got stuck in the ground down there. Okay. Alright, so again, that's what I'm going to be talking about as far as rust effects goes.
Hey guys, so back on that rusting stuff, how I did that rust was I used fine, doing that again, excuse me. So what I used for that rust was lava rock, you know, just that garden lava rock. See? And you just pulverize it into powder, you know, use a piece of metal and a hammer or something like that and just grind it. Mortar and pestle if you have it. It's pretty soft stuff actually. Okay, and then I use some crazy glue. I put crazy glue on the metal piece and then just sprinkle this on until I couldn't see the metal anymore. If there's, you know, a little bit of the metal showing, that just a little bit more crazy glue and a little bit more dust. So anyways, that's how I did these brackets. Now, another friend of mine told me about using rusty scouring pads. So how I rusted this was I used an oxidizing agent, but you can get it wet and just leave it outside, you know. And you can see, I'll zoom this in. So this is fine steel wool. You can see it just powders, eh? So let's powder up what we'll powder. Careful not to make too much dust. Put it on a little bit. Okay, this stuff here a little stuff. So, see that powders up pretty good. Now, like he said, probably don't use this on, you know, your electric train set, because the little fibers will get between your tracks and they short out things. I remember that with playing with electric trains, man. It doesn't take much of a piece of wire or something like that to throw things off on you. Okay. Now for myself, I can see little bits of wiry steel wool in there, so I'll want to thin that out somehow. Get rid of those. I don't know how. Oops, zoom back out here. Okay, so anyways, like I said, I want to get rid of these little lines that are in there, so I'm going to use some of this cheap ribbon. I'm just going to put it inside this container. This is floral type stuff. It's actually it's miniature chain link fencing, but you get it from, it's wrapped around flowers and stuff when they come sometimes. It's just a fancy ribbon, eh? It's also a very nice thin screening. So we shall put our rust dust in here. Better. Still got a bunch of the stuff in there. Suppose I could rust that up some more and then it would disappear, but that's pretty good actually. Kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to show. Zing. But you can see that stuff there. Rust dust. Looks pretty similar to the lava rock dust. This is a little bit more redder. Well, and hard to say. Pretty goddamn close. Pretty dang close. Now, if you look at the rust again on the side of the truck there, let me show you.
Zing. Back up. What are we looking at? There we are. You can see it's kind of yellowish. There's the brackets that I did with the rock dust, and you know, the rust on there, it's got bits of yellow and stuff in it. The tires are done the same way. The rims, you know, see they're pretty close. So
Guess you have to paint it with a little bit of yellow paint. A little bit of yellow paint would do.